Recently, Logan Paul was back in the anime community news for buying 2 copies of Shonen Jump. One, the first appearance of One Piece in Shonen Jump, and the other, potentially, the first appearance of Dragon Ball in Shonen Jump, or potentially a reprint which is worth much less. With him allegedly spending over $550,000 on the copy of One Piece. Now, I am not here to gatekeep. If someone wants to come and join us in the anime community, okay, cool, just don't be a toxic twat. And whether or not Logan Paul will be a toxic twat, we'll just have to wait and see. I have my bets, but hey, I've been very wrong in the past on many other things. Not normally this sort of situation, but we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? But this situation is interesting because many people are calling out Logan as a fake anime fan who doesn't know anything about anime, even famously mispronouncing the name of the main character of One Piece. Naruto. The pirate guy Naruto. Yeah. I'm gonna get killed for that one. I forgot what I was making this video about. Yes, the point of this video. Oh, this is going to be fun. I swear this video is good. Let me just get through this main bit and then I'll tell you the main meat of the story, which is important. But he's alleged to be a fake anime fan who's only buying this because it will add to his wealth. And if that is the case, okay, cool. He's buying an asset that will increase in value that he can profit off of. That is just business. Legitimately, I don't like Logan, but I've got nothing against a genuine business investment. That is just smart business. If he tries to con his fans out of it, then I have a problem with it. If he tries to do something illegal, then I have a problem with it. If he acts like a twat, I won't care because I don't give a shit. He's nothing. I don't care about him at all. But it's interesting because this picture, there's something just so, I don't want to say soulless about his eyes. There's something about the face in general that I've looked at this picture longer than I should have because something about it just bothered me. And I think what it is, I'm not saying this is what happened, but the way he smiles in his eyes, I've seen this face once before. And it's when my mate shit himself and tried to convince everyone that he hadn't. And it's that face. It is that face. It's the, yeah, I told you I'm just shitting my pants. Mate, we can all smell it. It's that fake, soulless smile where you're trying to convince everyone even though you know yourself you can't convince. It's a look of regret, disappointment, ashamed, and self-hatred trying to be covered up by pretending you're fine and very clearly failing. Now, I'm not saying Logan has shit himself in this picture. Who knows, maybe he has. I have no evidence for that, but there's no evidence that he hasn't. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking killed for this video. But that face is just, it's the face of someone that shit themselves and has all that regret and embarrassment and shame and everything and is trying to cover it up. But the reason I wanted to talk about this is this situation reminds me of something that happened back in 2016. Something that happened when Pokemon Go first came out. Now, considering the current ecosystem of the world, some of you may not realize that anime hasn't always been popular and anime hasn't always been mainstream. It's only really the last 5 or 6 years that anime has become mainstream. And in 2016, I was sitting my GCSEs, which are the English A-levels, the high school graduation ones where they tell you, hey, regurgitate this information to these questions so we can decide the rest of your life. And if you get it wrong, then your entire life will be failed, even though you're never going to use this information ever again because no one gives a fuck about the blue curtains. But tell us about why it represents depression, otherwise you're never going to get a job. Don't do that. Hey, I got a great job. Hooray! GCSEs, yeah. While I was in my GCSEs, when I was supposed to be studying, what I was actually doing was playing Pokemon Red. Actually, no, not Red, Fire Red on my GBA sat in my study hall. This was at the start of 2016, before Pokemon Go had become a worldwide phenomenon. And in my high school, there was the inevitable, self-conceited, full of regret, nihilistic, unhappy bullies that would try and put their problems on others to mend their own insecurities or bring other people down to their level because they can't be happy, so why should anyone else be? And because I'm me, believe it or not, I was one of their targets. And when they found out I was playing Pokemon Fire Red, you know what they did? They called me insults. They called me homophobic insults. They called me very offensive insults. They called me any insult they could think of, the most uncreative things they could think of. Not anything creative because they were idiots and they couldn't think of any creative insults for me, but you know, they found the obvious ones. But they made fun of me for liking Pokemon because Pokemon is for losers. Pokemon are for words I can't say on YouTube anymore. Words that, you know, represent a certain organization that you can't say because if I say it's hate speech, even though I'm talking about in context. But for the first half of the year, that's all they did. They bullied me for liking Pokemon. Liking. I put an O in liking there. They bullied me for liking Pokemon because Pokemon wasn't cool. Then Pokemon Go came out. And suddenly, Pokemon is cool. And everyone in my town was playing Pokemon Go. Everyone worldwide was playing Pokemon Go, including me and including my bullies. Now, it's a very interesting thing happened one day. I was just playing, wandering through town, and guess who I see? Them playing Pokemon Go. I don't want to interact with them, it's my day off, I don't give a shit, but hey, they're insecure about their whatever, so they choose to come over to me to insult me. And they start ripping into me. They start insulting me. They start mocking me and telling me that, oh, I'm only playing Pokemon Go because it's popular. I'm not a real Pokemon Go fan. I'm just doing this trying to be cool. I'm a loser. All that really uncreative shit that you can think of people just trying to tear you down in ways that don't make sense. Bullies are idiots. Don't let bullies get to you. But they just kept harping on the fact that the only reason you're playing Pokemon Go is because it's popular. You're not a real fan of Pokemon Go. You're just trying to be cool. Now, I'll be honest. It didn't annoy me. It didn't make me angry. But it did get to me in a sense. Because prior to a month before that, they were saying Pokemon was lame. They were saying Pokemon was stupid. They were saying that only a certain I can't fucking say it. You know, they were saying that only gay people will like Pokemon, because I'm going to fucking say that word because I've already sworn. Whatever, yeah. They were very homophobic because they were very uncreative. But they were calling me all the insults in the book because I like Pokemon. But suddenly it was popular, and suddenly they love Pokemon. And they were talking about how much of a fan they were, and how big and awesome it was, and how they've always loved Pokemon, even though they couldn't tell the difference between a Voltorb and an Electrode. But it was funny, because they just kept insulting me because I wasn't a real fan. Or they were alleging I wasn't a real fan, even though I was playing Pokemon for the last half a year. In fact, I've been playing Pokemon for my entire life. But now it was popular, suddenly it was the cool kids thing. And me trying to do it, I'm not a cool kid. So obviously, I'm just a poser trying to get in on the popularity and try and make myself look cool. Do I look like somebody who tries to look cool? Do I look like somebody who gives a shit what people think? Do I look like a human? Scratch that last part. Evidently, I don't care what people think. Oh, this is a bad video. But it's funny. For the next 2-3 months over summer holiday, everyone was playing Pokemon Go, and whenever they saw me, they would come over and insult me because I'm just trying to be popular. Then the Pokemon Go craze died down. Stopped being so popular, stopped being the hip new thing, it stopped being the super cool, awesome thing, and people stopped playing it. Those who were only doing it because it was popular stopped playing it. Those who were only doing it because it was a craze stopped playing it. Those who were fake fan stopped playing it, including them. And I got into college, and I don't know how many, at least 2 of that group of bullies also got in. And they found out that I was still playing Pokemon Go because back in 2016 and in the early days of Pokemon Go was really fun. Now it's so filled with microtransactions that it just makes me not want to play. But I really enjoyed Pokemon Go because it got my steps, it was a fun game, and it was just fun. That's all it was. It was a very fun game that got my steps up, got me exercising, got me out of the house. I enjoyed it. But they found out that I was still playing Pokemon Go. And they began insulting me. They started saying that I was a loser for still playing it, that it was no longer cool, and that I'm just trying to be cool by playing this game that no one found cool anymore. Like I said, they're not the smartest crayons in the box. And they kept harking on this point that Pokemon Go is no longer popular, so you're now a loser for playing it. Even though 2 months ago, they were raving about how much they love Pokemon, but now they don't. You gotta love hypocrisy, don't you? God, they're insecure little creatures. Nah. I think it's something else. I completely forgot my point. Yeah, they were just tearing into me because it was no longer popular. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? You want to hear a funnier story? An extra little added bit to this story? One of those bullies ended up making a YouTube channel. And they did anime episodes. Well, they did reaction content anime of. Huh. Wow, that was cool, that thing that just happened. Whoa, titties. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that shit. And that sort of stuff. I checked out some of his videos because I was genuinely curious. But the really interesting thing about... I'll get back to the Pokemon Go story in a second, actually, because I find this funny because you used your real face and your real name for your channel, mate. And I find it so funny. If you ever find my channel, I know about your channel, mate. I'm not going to give your name out. I'm not going to say who you are, but I found it. I saw your channel. It was on my recommendation for some reason. It was your name with your face. And holy shit, you are such a, pathetic little creature, man. It's so funny because he has so many reaction videos on his channel just watching anime, and some of them have 10,007 views, 10,011 views, 10,015 views, which is very interesting because all the other ones have 7 views, 9 views, 11 views. And they're not really any particular ones, it's just episode 22 reaction, episode 9 reaction, episode 11 reaction. So it almost seems like the fact that also there's no dislikes on his videos, that he happened to buy views or something. Probably as if he spent hundreds, maybe even thousands of pounds to buy views for your reaction content. You pathetic little creature. I should really cut this bit out, but it's just so fucking funny. He made an anime reaction channel which is so shit that he couldn't get views, and then he brought views to try and make some of the better, but he only did on some videos, so the views were... if someone's getting views, you imagine it'd be kind of trickle down, okay, this one got 10,000, this one got 200, maybe 600, maybe 1,000, but no, it's 10,011. It's always 10,000. It's not 9,060. It's never 9,200. It's 10,000 and a number within 10,000. I mean, potentially it's real views, but, it's strange that it's only on certain videos. And how much that shit costs, and, it's not cheap. But this is what it feels like to me that Logan is. He feels like someone that's come into the community and is only caring about it now that it's popular. He's riding that wave saying that it's cool. And hey, I might be completely wrong for all I know. Apparently he has an anime tattoo on his leg somewhere. I think it's like a Pokemon or maybe Vegeta. I don't know. I don't care enough about it, but I thought it was funny. I wanted to share this story. But I feel like as soon as anime stops being mainstream, as soon as it stops being profitable, as soon as it stops being the hip new thing, Logan will drop everything to do with anime and try and get out as fast as he can because he doesn't care about it. Or it seems like he doesn't care about it. And if this is solely a business investment, okay, that's fine. Like I said, nothing against that. You want to do an investment? Cool. Okay, that is a smart investment to buy high-valued anime things while anime is popular, and then they'll increase in value. That's cool. If that's what you're doing, okay. But don't say you're an anime fan if you're not. Because it'll be obvious that you're not if you're not. And that's kind of the state of the internet, isn't it? That's kind of social media in general. People give a massive care about a thing for a few weeks while it's popular, but as soon as the hype goes down and a new thing comes in, suddenly that thing is no longer mattered. No matter how important it really was. They stopped caring because they didn't actually care about the thing, they cared about being part of the popular thing. I don't know. I just really want an excuse to tell my Pokemon Go story, really. I just think it's fucking hilarious in this world. How 6 months before Pokemon Go came out, Nah, it's for losers. Pokemon Go, something like that? Yeah, it's the cool kid. I'm one of the cool kids. I love Pokemon. I'm the biggest Pokemon fan ever. That guy over there who's been playing Pokemon his entire life, he's a fake fan. I'm the real fan. I'm the important one. Give me attention. Oh, it's not popular. Oh, Pokemon's lame. He's now gay. He's a loser. I don't care about him. But only losers like Pokemon Go now. Yeah, it's only for losers. You're still playing it? Why? Because you want to get your steps in, you want to exercise, you want to have a happy life, you want to enjoy your thing, you actually want your dad to love you? No. If anything, the takeaway from this video is 1, my bully made an anime reaction channel where he bought views for. That is fucking hilarious. He didn't even, I don't think he liked anime. I think he just watched what was ever popular and thought he could make money off it and get into the niche and saw anime was getting popular, so he just tried to ride the wave. That is fucking hilarious. That is number 1. Number 2, Logan may have brought a reprinted copy of his Dragon Ball Z thing, or Dragon Ball Shonen Jump, which is worth like a tenth of what he paid for it, so that's also funny. 3, don't let bullies get to you. And 4, just have a good life. Enjoy what you enjoy, because bullies are always going to bully you, so don't let them do that, and just have a good life. Enjoy what you're doing. Their insecurities shouldn't try and tear you down, and they're only bullying you because you're happy and they're not. Oh, and 5, Pokemon Go sucks now. Don't play it. I miss the golden days.